I'm Susan Choi, and you're watching FI News Review. Let's take a look at the top stories in the food and beverage industry this week. We start with the frenzy of news updates surrounding the Trump administration's new tariff policies. Trump has now put a 90-day pause on reciprocal tariffs. Instead, he is enforcing a universal tariff rate of 10% for all trade partners. But China is still being hit with triple-digit percentage tariffs. Many say this move could create numerous consequences, as we could be seeing a split between two superpowers. When it comes to the U.S. itself, experts are saying that corporate profit growth and supply chain stability will be the first things to be hit. The analysis on food service is mixed. Some say that while produce prices will go up, the fact that most meats and grains are domestically sourced could soften the blow. But with impending inflation, others are less optimistic on restaurant profit margins. And as for consumers, many are starting to stockpile goods such as beans, flour, and sugar. In M&A news, one company is pushing aside the OJ and the purple stuff for a beloved brand. International business group 𝗂𝗄 𝗟𝗏𝗄 has announced plans to acquire Harvest Hill Beverage Company, which owns Sunny D, formerly known as Sunny Delight. The price tag for Harvest Hill comes to almost $1.5 billion. It's considered a bold move by many in light of the steady decline in popularity of drinks like orange juice in recent years. The buyout will expand 𝗂𝗄 𝗟𝗏𝗄's presence in the U.S. Harvest Hill is also home to other brands such as Juicy Juice, Big Burst, and Guzzlers. In agriculture news, Bloomberg reports that farmers are starting to replace chemical fertilizers and pesticides with biologicals. These are products that use living organisms like bacteria to grow and protect crops. Multiple farming corporations are moving more aggressively with biologicals, which are now worth $15 billion in global revenue per year. The new initiative is in line with Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s plan to rid the country of farm chemicals. It's also part of the Trump administration's pledge to, quote, make America healthy again. Right now, biologicals are used in crops like fruits, vegetables, and nuts. But experts say that there is a viable chance to expand to corn, soybeans, and wheat, all commodities that are influenced by powerful companies and lobbyists alike. When it comes to beef, Australia is breathing a sigh of relief. Australian producers say that the 10% tariff President Trump has placed on their exports will not block the flow of beef into the U.S. Right now, Australia's beef exports to the U.S. are at record levels in recent months, at an average of $275 million per month in the 6 months to February of this year. In addition, the current tensions between China and the U.S. over retaliatory tariffs are creating new opportunities for Australia and other countries like Brazil, Argentina, and New Zealand to export their beef supplies into China. And finally, despite the gloomy outlook on the U.S. economy, consumers are still opening their wallets when it comes to the Easter holiday. According to the National Retail Federation, spending for Easter is expected to go up by 5% to nearly $24 million this year. From candy to games, decorations to eggs, which are still seeing soaring prices, American consumers are set to be enticed by the scores of deals and promotions set out by retailers. NRF Vice President Catherine Cullen also said that, quote, holidays such as Easter are especially meaningful for Americans during times of uncertainty. And that's your news roundup for this week. I'm Susan Choi, and don't forget, you can always check out all the great content that we've done by clicking on this playlist. Take care and have a great weekend.